Okay, so I changed the title slightly. In fact, I changed it. If you read that, I did submit an extended abstract in the proceedings, but I think I changed it a bit partly because my colleague Sébastien Gerard actually talked about some of the things I was thinking of talking about, and there's no point in repeating stuff. So I changed it slightly because I really want to focus on partly the things that Alois was just mentioning on how should we be programming these things, although I'm not being as dramatic here as what we just talked about, because I really do think that we should rethink how we approach programming. Programming is problematic in that it's all based on formal logic, and formal logic is binary. You're either right or you're wrong. And in traditional engineering, we can be sometimes a little bit wrong, and it's okay. You know, we can have flaws of 5–10%. That's okay. We can say it's good enough. And if we could come up with a way of programming computers that way, that would be wonderful. And that's what I think really is a challenge. But we have to step out of this current mindset of programming languages. This is somewhat a little bit of a way in that direction, but not quite. So my email address is there, so if you have any questions about that, please feel free, or anything else that you think I can, or if you have complaints, you dislike what I'm saying and you really disagree, I want to hear about that. Oh, I got one of these. Okay, so everybody knows these things. I actually don't have one, but everybody else I think has one. And of course, if you look at it, you'll see that it's tightly integrated into the physical world. There's all kinds of things. This isn't even the complete list. All kinds of things that this thing is involved with that basically interact with the physical world, right? And by the way, look at the title, From Real Time to Real World. I think that's, by the way, where software is headed. That's part of the theme of the talk, is we have to deal with the physical world. More and more applications deal with the physical world. Real time, unfortunately, has this reputation of being a niche discipline, a discipline that basically is for weirdos that worry about scheduling disciplines and priorities and interrupts and so on. So it's perceived as a very low level thing. And I just read there's one of these LinkedIn discussions about, you know, have embedded system programmers lost their value, and is it all being replaced, etc. Actually, I don't think so. I think it all has to do with taking the lessons we've learned and teaching the people who are reinventing a lot of this stuff, by the way. I see a lot of reinvention happening, that people are reinventing things that, for example, real-time people and people who worked about fault tolerance, all of that is being reinvented, and sometimes poorly. And of course, where we're headed